folks, I'm Terry from the TAI Martial Arts Association. A little bit more about Escrima and the use of sticks in a variety of different situations. The first one I did was just on basics, including the 12 basic strikes and 5 basic blocks. We're going to extend this now to more practical application of the sticks. With me today is Rob Smith, and we're going to work on what happens when a person grabs your wrist and you've got a stick. Now, most people will say, well, that's highly unlikely. Let's say he has a stick in the other hand and he's grabbing my hand to prevent me from striking with the stick and protecting myself. One of the things I can do is to counter grab the hand. I'm going to swing the stick around and come into the hand here. Once I do this, and you can tell I'm keeping tight contact with the hand, I'm going to bring the hand into my body and press down, and this causes what you can see is a side wrist lock here. You can also call this Corta Cadena. And in this case, I'm actually grabbing the wrist here and I'm using my thumbs to press the stick into the side of the wrist. Now this works very well, and to me it's probably one of the better restraints that you can use because it makes it very hard for the person to turn out. When you step in and bring that elbow out, then he's pretty much locked into what you're doing. Now from here, and here's where it gets really interesting, we can take this stick, slide it right through and go into a strangulation or a neck crank situation by shooting the stick through here and coming in here. Now if you notice here, we have a cross grip on the stick. We're rocking the stick back and forth across the bones of the neck and across the muscles, ligaments, and tendons. This causes a great deal of discomfort and outright pain. To increase the pain on this, we're going to butt our head right up against this other person and pull sharply. And I can tell you right now that when you do this, that person is probably going to say some very unpleasant things to you in the process as he's going to the ground. You can work this stick all over. You can come in from the side here. You can go all the way around here and pull in. You can do a throw by simply stepping in and throwing, doing a hip throw from here. Now this gets risky because there's a chance you could break the person's neck. Try again, depending on the situation, you may or may not want to do that. This is just one of several ways of doing it. Now, what can you do against a punch or something similar? When the person punches, because I have the stick, I can block either outside like this, or I can block inside coming in here. It really depends on what I want to do to that person. In this case, I'm going to bypass the arm by striking out and going again right into that side neck pinch. So as he punches, we step in, one here. Notice I'm covering and checking the arm. I'm coming through here, and I'm going to check this arm with my body. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to wrap my arm around the stick, and I'm going into a side neck pinch that cuts off both carotid arteries at the same time. If you turn this around a little bit, as you can see how this works here, if I pull here and straighten this arm out against the stick, it creates a very, very effective strangulation technique. My forearm on this side is cutting off the blood supply, my forearm on the other side is cutting, and the stick is burying into the back of his neck, causing severe distress. As I pull the stick and straighten my arms, he will pass out. So, when you think about it, this is actually a pretty versatile little tool. Let's say I've got the stick and he grabs it. What do we do when somebody grabs that stick? Well, actually I find it probably not very smart for a person to do this. We can come right in here, we pull down, we've got the stick completely out of his hand. What we're going to do here is come in and swing the side in here. We're going to come up under the chin, and we're going to come down on top of the head, on the collarbone, into the groin. We can do this very easily and effectively because all moves are right there. Again, the stick is an extension of your hands. So this is very important to remember. If a person were to grab my hand, I would do pretty much the same technique and maybe the same strikes. Although I'd have to be in closer because as an extension, I don't have to be as close with the stick. What else can we do? If I block to the inside, if I block a punch to the inside here, I can come straight in here, I can strike here, come down, come in to the elbow and tricep area. From here, I'm going to bend the arm and go in to this move here. And if you look closely, this is buried into his throat. I'm taking the arm, bending it sharply, and I'm going to lift this end of the stick hard. This is going to leverage him into the ground.
You're fine.
Now if we do this fast and hard, if I come in here and have my stick here and slam this into his throat, what do you think is going to happen? It'll probably crush his throat. So if you're going to practice this on somebody, do it slowly. Otherwise, this bent arm is actually very, very important to remember, because as we do this for our leverage, this is our motion here.